The adoption coordinator had one thing to say.
He's earned his rest. Just let him be a dog.
Frank nodded, brought Ranger home, set up the bed, the toys, the yard, everything a retired dog could want. Ranger was not impressed. His name was Frank, retired postal worker. Ranger was 9, a Belgian Malinois, 8 years with the DEA. Now he was supposed to nap in the yard. He did not nap in the yard. He paced, stared at the door, followed Frank from room to room with an expression Frank could only describe as deeply disappointed. Frank tried everything. Longer walks, more toys, a second bed in the living room. 3 weeks of trying to teach Ranger how to relax, how to rest, how to let go. It wasn't working. The walks were the best part. Outside, Ranger came alive, nose down, moving with purpose, like the neighborhood was a problem waiting to be solved. Then, during the 3rd week, something changed. Same route, same morning. Ranger stopped in front of a beige house on Sycamore Street. Ordinary house, quiet street. Nothing unusual about it. He sat down and refused to move. The next morning, he did it again. And the morning after that, day 4. Same house, same spot. Day 5 was different. Ranger didn't sit. He stood perfectly still, eyes locked on the front door, not barking, not pulling, just watching, like he was waiting for someone else to notice what he already knew. That afternoon, Frank called Ranger's former handler. There was a long pause, then one question. "What's the address?" Frank gave it to him. 3 days later, the handler showed up at Frank's door. No phone call, no warning, just a knock. Frank opened the door. The handler stepped inside. Ranger immediately walked over. The man crouched down and scratched behind his ears. For a moment, neither of them moved. Then the handler stood up and slowly shook his head. "The house on Sycamore." Frank nodded. The handler looked at Ranger. "We've been looking for that operation for 8 months. Frank blinked. "What operation?" The handler let out a breath. "Narcotics." Frank sat down slowly. 8 months. Investigators had spent months chasing tips, surveillance, leads that went nowhere, and Ranger had found it in 4 days. The handler looked back at the dog. "You're supposed to be retired, old man?" Ranger's tail moved once, slow and easy, like he'd heard that before, and already made up his mind. That night, Frank sat in the living room watching Ranger sleep. For 3 weeks, he'd been trying to teach this dog how to stop working, how to relax, how to be ordinary. But maybe that had never been the problem. Ranger wasn't unhappy because he missed the DEA. He wasn't unhappy because he missed the job. He was unhappy because nobody had given him a purpose. For 8 years, he woke up every morning knowing exactly what he was supposed to do. Then one day, it was all gone. Frank understood that feeling, more than he wanted to admit. The next morning, they went for another walk. Ranger chose the turns. Frank followed, just like always. Frank still takes him on that route every morning. Ranger still checks every corner, still works every scent, and Frank still follows. Because some dogs don't dream of retirement. They dream of purpose. And if you've ever retired and found yourself wondering what comes next, you already know exactly how Ranger felt.